In 2023, Disney reported a shocking loss of $1.1 billion. The studio was going through one of its worst years ever. The company was losing millions of dollars due to late releases like The Marvels, The Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones, Wish, Ant-Man, Elemental, Lightyear, A Strange World, Encanto, and the list goes on. Additionally, Disney had invested millions of dollars in original content for Disney Plus since its launch in 2019. Some of these projects were slated to release in 2023 and 2024, but after seeing the poor performance of these recent movies, they decided to switch strategies, which it makes sense, but the real question is, why? Why was Disney losing such an unthinkable amount of money? Why did it invest heavily in projects that seemed doomed from the start? To understand this, we need to go back a couple years ago. Yeah, we need to go back until 2019, COVID season. Well, before COVID season, where I think this all started. Disney Plus was launched in 2019, and then COVID-19 hit us a year later. Millions of people were stuck at home with limited entertainment options. Movies and streaming services became lifelines for many. During the lockdown, Disney Plus skyrocketed in popularity, and it was hailed as Disney's saving grace. It was almost unthinkable that this platform could one day bring the company to its knees. But that's exactly what happened in the following years. Let me explain a little bit. During COVID, Disney got overly confident in its success and poured billions of dollars into exclusive Disney Plus content. As the pandemic receded, people began cutting unnecessary expenses, including streaming subscriptions, due to the global cost of living crisis that endures to this day. This left Disney with a loss-making platform. And then, unexpectedly, a movie that Disney barely had hopes for turned out to be one of the most successful sequels ever, offering a glimpse of what the future might hold for the company. I'm talking about Moana 2. But how? How did a movie with a thin plot become such a massive success? A movie that feels incomplete, like when you watch it, seems that some parts were cut out. Perhaps nostalgia from those who watched the first movie as a kids is enough to make a movie successful? In this video, I don't wanna hate on Moana's sequel. Actually, I wanna analyze why this movie became one of the most successful Disney's movies ever. Movie sequel. Especially since nobody was talking about it just weeks before its release. Initially, Moana 2 was supposed to be a Disney Plus exclusive TV show with 5 episodes. But out of the blue, Disney CEO decided to turn into a movie saying, "People will love it." And honestly, he wasn't wrong. According to Disney, during the production process, they realized the story and emotional journey would work better on the big screen. They also wanted to introduce new characters and give them more depth than a TV show would allow. This is bullshit. If you have minimum knowledge about cinema, you should know that a longer screen time allows you to dive into characters' personality and behaviors, and also helps to understand their past and motivations to achieve their goals. Do the math! You are saying you can go deeper in a 2 hours movie than 5 episodes TV show 1 hour each. It doesn't make sense. In my opinion, the real reason it's...
Here comes the money!
They wanted money. As I said, this Moana show was meant to be released on Disney Plus, but it has been recently proven that the streaming platforms are currently synonymous with money losses, if you compare to the theaters, of course. Actually, streaming platforms are a long-term gamble, and currently big studios are betting on the future of streaming entertainment. The clear example is Moana 2. This sequel was a major success at the box office in 2024, grossing almost $800 million worldwide. It was one of the highest grossing movies of the year and one of the highest grossing sequels ever. But how? How a movie like this could be Disney's salvation? The success of the first Moana film was so overwhelming that even before the release of the sequel, Disney had already started working on a live-action adaptation. This demonstrates the massive popularity and support of Moana's fandom. The first Moana movie was actually more successful on Disney Plus than in the theaters. Moana was the most streamed movie of 2023 in the US, with almost 12 billion minutes watched. If you do the math, that's a lot. What I'm really trying to say is that the fandom of this princess is huge, so it makes sense that Disney keeps making more content about this story, even though there isn't much room for the story. Searching on different blogs on the internet for more information about why they decided to make this TV show into a movie, I came across with one comment that completely changed my mindset. The comment goes like this: as long as the music is successful, the story isn't important. This hit me like an epiphany. I had my first breakthrough in 2025 because it makes completely sense. The first reason the first Moana movie succeeded was its music. One song in particular became iconic, remaining stuck in people's head for months or I would say years. This phenomenon wasn't unique to Moana. Actually, one of the latest Netflix successes in a similar way was the TV show Wednesday, where just the dance, not even the song, just the dance scene went ridiculous viral on TikTok. The remix song with the dance scene has more than 500 million views, meaning that this worked really well as a marketing move, increasing the show's popularity and driving more Netflix subscribers just to watch it. Disney seems to be aiming for something similar. They've been experimenting with original content and original songs into their movies, but it hasn't worked yet. One day it will, but not for now. At the beginning of the video, I said Moana 2 is Disney's salvation for one specific reason. They realized that the story is no longer the most important thing in a movie. Actually, coherence in the movie isn't either. What matters most is a strong fandom and how trendy the movie can be. The studio now understands that even if the sequel doesn't align with the original film, they can still succeed as long as they have a dedicated fan base and viral songs. To be honest, when I was watching Moana 2, I wasn't expecting a masterpiece. Not every movie needs to be a work of art, but at least I hope not to be bored while watching. Some of you guys might say, it's a kid's movie, of course you're gonna find it boring. But that's not an excuse, because to be fair, that didn't happen when I watched Ratatouille as an adult. Neither did happen with Monsters University or Surf's Up. Movies that are made for kids, but if you watch them as an adult, you will find a deeper meaning in their plot. What I'm trying to say is that movies nowadays are becoming more generic. For example, when you watch Spider-Man as a kid, it had one meaning. You wanted to be like Spider-Man, like a superhero. But when you watch it again as an adult, brings you a completely different perspective, something new that couldn't grasp back then. And we realized that we actually looked up to Peter Parker and his strong personality to face his problems in his daily life. That's what I mean with this video. I have to admit it though, I am not Moana's target audience. However, the movie lacks coherence between scenes. You can clearly see that many frames are cut out, abruptly jumping to the next scene, hoping that one of the songs made for the movie goes viral on social media and makes the movie more popular to earn more money. Lots of remakes, live-action adaptations, and sequels that nobody asked for are waiting for us in the coming next years. But remember, the most important thing is what you think. And yeah, this is today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content and click to the like button. If you have a recommendation for future videos, just leave a comment below. I will catch you up in the next video. Besos.